sales and service in Greencastle.
You're watching ABC for the Wabash Valley. And now, your WAWB forecast first.
Good afternoon, everyone. We do have lots of sunshine again on our Graber Post buildings cam. That's the way it's going to stay, at least for today. We are talking about more clouds coming through the valley tomorrow. 48 degrees is the current temperature right now in Terre Haute, 52 in Vincennes, 46 in Mattoon, and 42 degrees in Danville. On our satellite and radar, we're not tracking anything. A few clouds still moving in some of our northwestern counties, but we're all dry on our Dorset Automotive Doppler radar. No precipitation at all in store for us today. We have lots of sunshine, and temperatures will be a little bit cooler compared to what they were yesterday, still rising into the mid to upper 50s, though. Today, I'll have more on that in a few minutes. WTWO, your news starts right now.
This is local news that matters. You're watching WAWB News at Noon.
A local university raises a whole lot of green in just one day. And a new music venue in Terre Haute going to open this summer. Tickets for the first event already on sale. Also a bit later, a couple becomes a social media sensation thanks to their songs. Well, good afternoon to you, and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Dana Winkleplack. A local university raised more than $1 million during a 24-hour fundraiser. Indiana State University's third annual Give to Blue Day wrapped up at midnight. This is video from last year when people were able to gather for the event. Now in 2020, more than 2,400 donors raised more than $679,000 for the university. Did even better, though, this year, according to ISU's website. This year, more than 2,600 donors raised $1,022,945. A new music venue set to open in Terre Haute this summer. The Milk Concert Venue on Prairieton Road hopes to have a very busy concert season. Recording artist Nelly was announced as the first performer. As I said earlier, tickets already on sale. Owner of the mill, Tim Drake, says it's been a 2-year process to get this project finalized. $500,000 already been invested. There are plans for construction on the 64 acres. The next steps focus on removing fencing, construction of a parking lot, and the development of a stage. Drake says another $500,000 will be invested in that still stage, restroom facilities, and other things. Nelly's scheduled to perform on June 5th. Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb says he's in an age group that can now sign up for a COVID vaccine. He plans to get his this Friday at a mass vaccination site at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It comes as the Department of Health reports more than 1 million first doses have been administered in the state. Also, more than 600,000 people are fully vaccinated. Governor Holcomb says the next steps will be making Hoosiers ages 40 and older eligible for the vaccine. It will be done in increments, and that will also make more than half of Indiana teachers eligible. The governor says vaccine doses will be provided by the federal government exclusively for teachers of any age. Now, they can be found at locations through the federal retail pharmacy program that includes Meijer, Walmart, and Kroger. There is not right now, though, a state program like this, but the governor says they are working toward that.
We're still week by week planning out our process and allocation because we need some more answers on the volume of doses that we'll be receiving from the federal government.
And Roman Catholic leaders in St. Louis and New Orleans, though, advising Catholics that the COVID-19 vaccine from Johnson & Johnson is morally compromised. They say it's because it's produced using a cell line derived from aborted fetuses. The New Orleans Archdiocese says the decision to receive that vaccine is one of individual conscience. A Bloomington company is ready to get COVID-19 vaccines out more quickly. Catalent Biologics has production lines that they say are among the fastest systems. The company sent one of our sister stations this video. It gives kind of an inside look at their vaccine production line. The technology and machines inspect, label, and package the glass vials. So far, millions of Moderna vaccines have been produced at that facility. Now, the company's mission is to also help Johnson & Johnson accelerate availability of its vaccine. Well, nearly 53 million Americans have received at least one dose of the vaccine. That's about 21% of the entire U.S. adult population. The White House says, though, now not the time to relax restrictions and blasting states that are racing to open. Wood Johnson has more.
President Biden calling out states like Texas and Mississippi for dropping mask mandates and lifting most restrictions.
I think it's a big mistake. The last thing we need is the Neanderthal thinking that in the meantime everything's fine, take off your mask, forget it.
Dr. Anthony Fauci warning against claiming victory over the virus too soon.
I don't know why they're doing it, but it certainly from a public health standpoint is ill-advised.
The CDC saying the next few months are critical, with the country on the cusp of a potential fourth wave driven by new variants. Since the peak in early January, hospitalizations have dropped by 65%, but the CDC pointing to a slight uptick. COVID cases increasing 3.5% within the last week, fatalities up more than 2%. Overnight, Mississippi's governor standing by his decision.
We are just simply doing the things to give our people the power back to do what they think is best for themselves and their family.
Texas opening businesses to full capacity and ending its mask mandate next week, some applauding the move.
I'm about done with masks.
But the state has seen daily cases increase 75% over the last 10 days and ranks 48th in administering vaccines per capita. Concern growing among many on the front lines, like Austin ICU nurse Brittany Smart, fearful of what's to come.
I'm pretty nervous for what's going to happen. You know, there's a lot of people that have been really fortunate to not see what's happened behind the scenes. People are dying every day. It's frustrating.
The governor of Texas may be dropping the mask mandate, but many major businesses are not. Places like Target, Macy's, Best Buy, Starbucks, and others will still require masks, which means it will now be up to employees to enforce their own rules. Whit Johnson, ABC News, New York.
It was a hit in the late 80s. Now Eddie Murphy back with a sequel. We'll take a look at Coming to America coming up on WAWB News at noon.
At York Automotive, we're not number one, you are. With 5 locations, 8 brands, and over 700 vehicles in stock, we have the right vehicle for you. Lots of vehicles, lots of savings. Markdowns online and on the lot. Plus, we will buy your car even if you don't buy ours. Shop online at yorkautomotive.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
Welcome to Heritage Animal Hospital. For over 43 years, we have offered everything to help your pet stay happy and healthy. With more than 100 years of combined experience, our on-site veterinarians have the expertise to help treat your pets. Our boarding facility has plenty of room to keep your pet cozy while you're away. Use our convenient drive-thru for drop-off and pickup or to grab your pet's medication. And our retail store has exactly what your pet needs, from toys to healthy treats. Heritage Animal Hospital with 2 convenient locations.
UFC 259 is stacked. As Blachowicz and Adesanya go toe-to-toe, we're giving you a shot to win some stacks of your own. Bet $1, get $100 if either fighter lands a punch. It's that simple. One fighter takes their first defeat, you take your first win. Just download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Bet $1, win $100 if either fighter lands a punch, and make it rain.
KTI Corner Market in Shelburne, Indiana is your locally owned business with a bit of everything. Find seasonal and one-of-a-kind items from local vendors, excellent deli sandwiches, meat and cheese trays, and daily food specials. KTI is also your local source for fill dirt, mulch, white rock, and so much more. Need a new gravel driveway? You call, we haul. It's that easy. Stop by for lunch, baked goods, unique gifts, something for your home, landscape, or business. Check us out on Facebook at KTI Corner Market. KTI, friendly folks with something for everyone.
We're your calm before, during, and after the storm. Download the WTWO News app today. This is local news that matters. WAWB News at Noon continues.
Buckingham Palace says it will investigate claims that Meghan Markle bullied 3 royal staffers. Meghan, though, fired back, saying the royal family is, quote, perpetuating falsehoods. James Lungman has more.
This morning, Harry and Meghan just days away from a groundbreaking primetime interview with Oprah. The Duchess speaking out about the royal family in a new promo.
I don't know how they could expect that after all of this time, we would still just be silent if there is an active role that the firm is playing in perpetuating falsehoods about us.
Saying she no longer fears telling her truth.
If that comes with risk of losing things, I mean, there's a lot that's been lost already.
But just before that sit-down is set to premiere, Buckingham Palace, in an unprecedented move, opened an investigation into bullying allegations against Meghan. Buckingham Palace saying in part, the royal household has had a dignity at work policy in place for a number of years and does not and will not tolerate bullying or harassment in the workplace. The allegations brought to light this week in an article in the Times of London saying an official complaint was lodged that Meghan Markle drove 2 personal assistants out of the household and was undermining the confidence of a 3rd staff member. Other unnamed staffers accusing her of emotional cruelty and humiliation. A spokesperson for the Duchess, who's currently pregnant with her 2nd child, calls the report a smear campaign, saying she's saddened by this latest attack on her character.
This is not about Buckingham Palace as an institution fighting back against Harry and Meghan. This is about individuals who feel that their story, that the bullying they suffered has not been heard and their problems have not been acknowledged. And it's also about people trying to correct a narrative. Meghan's had it all her own way. She's portrayed herself as a victim. But actually, the people I've spoken to, and several people have all said this in different ways.
The couple has been vocal about their troubles dealing with negative press from the British tabloids, speaking out in this 2019 interview, even filing several lawsuits against various newspapers for invasion of privacy.
I never thought that this would be easy, but I thought it would be fair.
Now, she does use the words the firm, and that's a term used to describe the family and not the institution of the monarchy. This is getting personal. James Longman, ABC News in London.
And now we move on to some pretend royalty. It's a movie sequel, more than 30 years in the making. Jason Nathanson takes a look at Coming to America.
We are going back to America.
Just one more day until Eddie Murphy returns to rule us all in Coming to America, the highly anticipated sequel to the 1988 classic comedy. And Murphy's co-star Nomzamo Mbatha says she was feeling the pressure from everyone.
I was at the U.S. Embassy in South Africa getting my visa so I could come and get my job. So she's like, oh, Paramount, oh, okay. Which movie is this? I was like, Coming to America. And she looked up and she's like, don't mess it up.
Coming to America starts streaming Friday on Amazon Prime Video. The Simpsons will outlive us all. The Fox sitcom renewed for seasons 33 and 34 through 2023, extending its streak as the longest-running primetime scripted series in TV history. The Emmy-winning animated series premiered in December 1989 and will hit 700 episodes later this month. The Screen Actors Guild Awards switching things up because of the pandemic. No 2-hour live show this year. The producers telling Variety it'll be 1 hour and taped. That means nominees will find out if they won a few days before the show airs and will have to keep it a secret. The SAG Awards air April 4th on TNT and TBS. And happy birthday today to 2 of the funniest women on television. S Creek Emmy winner Catherine O'Hara is 67. While Everybody Loves Raymond Emmy winner Patricia Heaton is 63. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Well, here in the Valley, a very sunny day and above average temperatures. Let's head it over to Savannah now for Check the Forecast.
Thank you, Dana. Yes, another beautiful day in store for us across the valley. Temperatures are really nice out there yet again today. It's a bit colder than yesterday, though. At this time, we're sitting at 48 right now in Terre Haute, 51 in Olney, 46 in Mattoon, 45 in Paris, and 42 degrees up in Danville. We are not tracking anything as far as precipitation goes on our satellite and radar. Precipitation, really no chances until we get to later in the week next week. Mid to late week, Wednesday and Thursday. I'll have all that and more, though, in the full forecast next.
Now is a great time to update the floors in your home and save big money at Menards. Great Lakes vinyl plank flooring is perfect for active lifestyles. It's durable, waterproof, and easy to install. Whatever your style, Great Lakes has a floor for you, all 11% off. Save 11% on over 80 vinyl plank flooring designs and find everything else for your home. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. Are you worried about the high cost of long-term care? Wabash Valley seniors can pay as much as $80,000 per year for nursing home care. But you have options.
We are elder law attorneys Jeff and Jennifer Hawkins.
Folks in the Wabash Valley trust us to help them protect their hard-earned assets from long-term care costs and to give them peace of mind.
Don't lose another night of sleep. Call us today at 812-268-8777.
At York Automotive, we're not number one, you are. With 5 locations, 8 brands, and over 700 vehicles in stock, we have the right vehicle for you. Lots of vehicles, lots of savings. Markdowns online and on the lot. Plus, we will buy your car even if you don't buy ours. Shop online at yorkautomotive.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one. You are. You're number one at York.
I was so happy that Basler's was offering delivery of their groceries. The convenience of ordering has been wonderful.
We try and pick the items as if we were shopping for ourselves. On the order, the customers can say if they want substitutions, no substitutions, and they can be as specific as they would like to be.
I'm so grateful for everyone there. Basler's is a wonderful family grocery store. They cater to everything you could possibly want.
Get instant access to national, local, political, and entertainment news all in one place. MyWabashValley.com. Your local weather authority with meteorologist Savannah Brito.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. We have blue skies right now on our Graber Post buildings cam. Plenty of sunshine in store for us yet again today, and temperatures across the valley are reaching the 50s even already in some places. 52 degrees down in Vincennes, 50 degrees in Washington, 50 also in Effingham. We're still sitting at 48 degrees in Terre Haute, but we still will rise a little bit today. 45 in Paris, 42 in Danville, and 45 degrees in Greencastle. Here's our 24-hour temperature change, though. So we are a little bit colder than this time yesterday. Still a nice day above average temperatures out there, though. We're 4 degrees colder than this time yesterday in Terre Haute, 10 degrees colder in Champaign, 5 in Robinson, and 3 in Vincennes. Winds right now, though, are picking up 5 to 15 miles per hour in most places across the valley. Only those a little bit stronger, 16 miles per hour there, 10 miles per hour in Terre Haute, 15 miles per hour in Mattoon, and then 8 miles per hour in Paris. Humidity right now, though, is lower. It was higher to start our morning off, around 70–80%. Now it's down to 50%, so all of us are up to full visibility, no foggy conditions out there. Notice the feels like temperature out there, though. With the wind chill, it feels like 43, even though the temperature in Terre Haute is sitting at 48 degrees. And nationwide, we're not talking about a whole lot. We do have some clouds going on across the country, some snow showers and rain showers, but looking locally, we're not talking about anything. Another beautiful day in store for us locally. We are talking about a couple clouds coming through, mainly northwest of here in Danville and Champaign. Our Dorset Automotive Doppler radar is all dry, though. We're not talking about any chance of precipitation really until we get to midweek and later in the week next week. So on our futurecast over the next 48 hours, you can see some clouds start to come through as we get in the day tomorrow. This is your Friday. And then we are still going with partly sunny skies, though, so we still will see a mix of sunshine and clouds. And then as we get into Saturday, more clouds start to come through on the futurecast, as you can see. No precipitation chances at all with this, though. Winds are going to stay about 5 to 15 miles per hour today. Friday and into Saturday, that's when they do start to calm down, though. About 5 to 10 miles per hour at the most, though. This is when the next chance for rain comes around, though, so mix the sun and clouds up until then. And then we are talking about some rain chances as we get to Wednesday. That's when it sits off to the west still and then starts to come through on Thursday. Here's one nearing 2 a.m., so these might be tracking thunderstorms in with them. This, the darker greens here and out west, still northwest in parts of Illinois, could be tracking some thunderstorms with that. And then after that, this is 12:18 p.m., noon, as we get into the day Thursday. So tracking that the entire day pretty much on Thursday. Temperature trend, though, the greens are going to move back in. We see ridging. That's going to bring us above normal temperatures just like it is today. We're talking about mid-60s next Tuesday and Wednesday. But behind that, this is what we're going to have to watch. The whites and purples could move back down. We could fall back below normal, but for now, the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook for March 12th through the 18th is showing above normal temperatures for that time period, and then above normal precipitation as well for that same time period. 51 degrees, though, is the high for today. Sunshine and above average temperatures. We are talking a few degrees above average. 25 then is the overnight low heading into your day tomorrow for Friday. With clear skies, cooler temperatures, though, we are going to wake up with cooler temperatures compared to the past 2 days, really, though. 49 then is your high tomorrow. So that cold front did pass through overnight tonight, dropping us degrees today, tomorrow, Saturday. But then we start on the upward trend as we get into Sunday. 53 is the high that day. 61 on Monday, 64 Tuesday. And then we are talking the next chance for rain as we get into next Wednesday and Thursday. Well, a couple is growing in popularity on social media for their songs about the pandemic. David Muir introduces us.
Joel and Harmony Kaplan from Edina, Minnesota, married 50 years. 2 children, 4 grandchildren, and due to the pandemic, they have not seen their family. But they are still singing.
All the workers on the front lines do it. Let's do it. Let's all wear masks.
In fact, they've been making videos, posting them on TikTok, Instagram.
We're gonna wash this year right off of our hands.
They now have a following, and their latest.
Oh, well, hello, viewers. Well, hello, viewers. It's so nice to have you here with us again.
Delivering their own news.
We're feeling swell, viewers. Can you tell, viewers? We both got our second doses of the Pfizer vaccine.
With hope for everyone else, too.
So when it's your turn, people, give it a go, people. Just say, oh no, I'm not giving away my shot.
And Joel and, yes, Harmony, sending us a message, too.
Oh, well, hello, David. Well, hello, David. It's so nice to be on the news with you tonight.
It's a first, and they also wanted to say this.
We just want to tell everyone, get your shots when it's your turn. They work. It means you're going to get to see your loved ones. We can get off these screens, but keep wearing your mask. And washing your hands.
Good message there at the end, Dana. Wash your hands, keep wearing your mask.
I'm thinking they've had a great 50 years of marriage. They just seem so happy.
I love that they can find, you know, the bright things out of this dark world, it seems like, lately with the pandemic. But I love that story.
And they're talented.
I know.
They can sing.
Definitely. Love their voices.
Thanks, Savannah. Well, look at one thing that you can do right now to improve the function of your heart. That's up next on WAWV News at Noon.
Stay up to date with all your local news, wherever you are, with the WTWO News app. Get everything you need to stay on top of what's happening in your area, sent right to your phone.
The WTWO News app, brought to you by Dorset Automotive. Download it today.
The equipment you need for your project is available now to rent at Keener's. Bobcats, log splitters, mowers, and more can be rented for one single low price that includes a trailer, tax, and insurance. Rent what you need today at Keener's Mower Sales and Service in Greencastle.
And now another pretty good tweet presented by Same Game Parlay, only on FanDuel Sportsbook. At Paranormal Bass writes, these Same Game Parlays are insane. How much longer is FanDuel going to keep it around? Come on, there's action on the court, there's action on FanDuel Sportsbook. Combine multiple wagers from the same game to turn a little wager into a big payday. All customers get Same Game Parlay insurance worth up to $25 every day.
Who's got 2 thumbs and all the mobile home parts you ever need? This guy right here, Big Tom for Harlan's Mobile Home Supply. Did the March winds take your skirting out somewhere over Kansas with a little girl and a dog? Bring me a picture of your dog and I will give you 10% off. Does the water run out of your bathtub faster than it runs in? Hate when that happens, but Big Tom's a man with a plan. He's got the parts for that. See our website at Harlan's Mobile Home Supply, and Big Tom will help you with anything you need.
Explore Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel as the 2021 NEA Big Read with the Vigo County Public Library. The novel, moving back and forth in time, considers life before and after the devastating fall of civilization. Station 11 discusses art, culture, survival, life, and death. Join the conversation. Vigo County Public Library, generating change, transforming lives.
This is local news that matters. WAWV News at Noon continues.
Testosterone may not be as helpful in improving the health of our arteries as many thought, but there is something that everyone can do right now at this very moment to help your heart. Aikanachi has more.
Testosterone is often debated as a way to supplement the health of blood vessels as men grow older. But now, a new study shows men shouldn't be relying on the male primary sex hormone. Researchers at the University of Western Australia found that middle-aged men taking therapeutic doses of testosterone for 12 weeks did not show improvement in the function of arteries. In the same study, they also looked at the effects of exercise alone on artery function, as well as testosterone plus exercise, and saw that exercise had a considerable benefit to artery function. In fact, the testosterone did not have any additional effect when used with exercise. The exercise done in the study was a combination of resistance exercises with weights and cycling for aerobic exercise. So it may be worth dusting off those gym shoes that have been socially distanced from you recently and getting your heart rate pumping, because in the end, it will improve the health of your blood vessels. With this Medical Minute, I'm Micah Giacchi.
All right, look at this. Can you say adorable? We'll learn more about this latest edition. That's coming up on WAWV News at noon.
Receive alerts the moment news breaks wherever you are with the WTWO News app. Download it today.
Every piece of equipment that we have has come from B&B. So for us, they're local, they're extremely professional, and quite confident in what they're doing. Because in a kitchen, things don't break down on Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning. Things break down Friday at about 4:30. Normally, if you have problems, you're calling a company out of Indianapolis, which instantly made it more expensive. Here at J. Ford's Black Industry, we love to shop local, and that's B&B Foods.
UFC 259 is stacked. As Blachowicz and Adesanya go toe-to-toe, we're giving you a shot to win some stacks of your own. Bet $1, get $100 if either fighter lands a punch. It's that simple. One fighter takes their first defeat, you take your first win. Just download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Bet $1, win $100 if either fighter lands a punch, and make it rain.
Amy, and I am a farmer. Although I don't grow the crops that I drive by every day, I'm helping to grow young minds in the classroom. I'm Amy, and I'm a farmer.
At York Automotive, we're not #1, you are. With 5 locations, 8 brands, and over 700 vehicles in stock, we have the right vehicle for you. Lots of vehicles, lots of savings. Markdowns online and on the lot. Plus, we will buy your car even if you don't buy ours. Shop online at yorkautomotive.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not #1, you are.
We're not #1. You are. You're #1 at York.
It's a girl. She is the first gorilla born at the Zoo Berlin in 16 years. The new female enhances the breeding chances, they say. The newborn, which does not yet have a name, appears to be healthy and happy and at ease with first-time 24-year-old mom, Bibi. Now, during the current coronavirus pandemic, not even zookeepers or veterinarians able to get close to the little primate. Is that not adorable? Look at that. A leaf fell on its little face, and mom's like, no worries.
Super, super cute. I liked how the first part of the video, Dana, the baby girl was just kind of smiling. Super, super big. There it is. See? Super cute.
Very nice.
We're talking about super, super nice temperatures too, Dana.
Makes me smile.
Me too. Yesterday we reached a high of 60 degrees. Today 10 degrees, about 10 degrees colder than that, 51 degrees. Sunshine, but still above average out there, so definitely get outside if you can at all today. Tonight, 25 degrees, clear and cooler, so tomorrow morning we are going to be waking up with a bit cooler conditions than we did today. Windy conditions as well, 5 to 15 miles per hour today. 49 degrees tomorrow for Friday, 50 on Saturday, 61 Monday, but Dana, Tuesday, 64 degrees.
Wow, look at that. And finally, a chance of rain. We haven't seen that in a while.
No, I'm okay with that, but we are talking about rain Wednesday and Thursday next week.
Yeah, I've been enjoying the sunshine.
Me too.
I was okay with no rain.
I know. Keep it away.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much, Savannah. Thank you for joining us as well. We hope you come back a little later today for Live at 5.